Hello, not gonna crash tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Technical Difficulty Simulator, also known as Lobotomy Corporation, with me, BlueAnkylo, and some live tubers and twitchers. Let's see. So today, we're gonna ignore this quest for the moment, because that's gonna be pretty difficult. Perhaps not too bad to very, very difficult, depending on which one we get. And hopefully we'll still have it done before Tipperith, but, you know, the time's getting tight. We're just going to focus on the timer, which should be easy. And while we're doing that, we'll try to get well, at least the armor if we can pull that off. And maybe another weapon. Otherwise, it's kind of a training day, so not a whole lot to talk about. Let's just get to work. And we did recruit Casco 2.0, and I've moved Turkey downstairs, I believe. And Thorinum has been replaced with Dobry. Thorinum will revive at some point as we get more gear and stuff. Unfortunately, he'll be, you know, back up this way. So, that's life. Or death. That's Lobotomy Corporation. Alright, so 9.5 minutes is pretty tight. If you were trying to do other things, I think if we just focus on going quick, it'll be fine, though. It might be difficult to get a whole lot of farming. Also, I keep forgetting, you know, I'm not actually learning about this thing. I should have brought a throwaway employee to work that, just in case. But the tools, I just end up ignoring so often. It's just bad habit, I guess. Alright, so we're just going to send some basic, easy work first. I wonder if I'm safe working on stuff like attachment here with Faith. It doesn't have any bad results at normal, right? Just don't get bad. And even then, it's not the end of the world. Well, it might be the end of the world for Faith. Yeah, I'll think I'll stick with Insight for now. I'd like to be training for other stats, though. Would the sword be better than the armor? I mean, I'm trying not to spoil what all the weapons' special powers are. Like, you know, the armor is really good. And half price approximately of the weapon. The weapon is good, but unless you know about the special power ahead of time, it's just, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, for now, without trying to metagame too much, let's just keep going. Alright, and we did talk about the King of Greed. I'm pretty sure Instinct, Attachment, Repression are all about equal. And Rides has a gift that gives him extra Repression success. So we're going to do that. They're both pretty amazing, yeah. And we will work Dobry, kind of Newt down here. Can do Insight or Instinct. They're both pretty much maxed out for now, but that's okay. And then lots of the upstairs team needs some stat gaining. I got to make sure if I send you to the wolf, you've got HE, and they all do. So everybody here can work the wolf pretty safe. And I like to prioritize attachment work or temperance work anyway, so Cole can get started. It's nice to get... Oh, wait, hold on. Cole is specifically supposed to be getting his repression up a little bit so that he can walk faster. So slight change of plan there. And on this side, just try to remember how I was planning this all out. Yeah, Fella's got to work on his justice. And everyone else is at pretty good stats. Let's see, so that's, we can queue up some more than that, certainly. Let's let some of the middle team do our HR spiders and our space spiders. And then our brand newbie, so Casco just joined up. As typical, you and Chubby Cat can do some easy work up here. No big deal. So that should get us most of the way full while we rearrange our middle team. Whatever's left, we'll just do some work down here. Oh, not counting that, we should probably send Robert up. It's attachment specifically. So my idea here is he can just work as much as we can efficiently. So that was actually the exact number of slots I had, so good. Good. Hopefully I can milk this one a little bit in the time limit without going super fast. So I need to be seeing 16s over here. It's gonna be close. Whew. Whew. Man, I hate this thing. I want to get this weapon and then never work it again, ever. Twitch is dropping some frames. Yeah, I can see I am dropping some frames. I don't know. Windows 10, you are the worst. If you guys are lagging a little bit anywhere, YouTube or Twitch, I do apologize. I really don't know why. We're nowhere near my bandwidth cap. CPU's got lots of space. RAM's got lots of space. GPU's got lots of space. I have no idea. It has been the glitchiest stream I've ever had. Heck, I missed my stream last night because of Windows 10's garbage. Alright, let's trigger our first meltdown one way or the other. We'll let Chubby Cat do this one. $144p, that's awesome. I mean, to be fair, I don't know. I don't want to check right now because I'm in the middle of a recording session, but... So what broke down? What'd we get? Alright, bird, no big deal. And this thing. Okay, we can mostly ignore these guys. Some people might be coming back. Sorry, guys, if you're lagging out. I apologize. I apologize for Windows 10 being garbage. Alright, rides, now that the -4 is reset. And, what do you think, Dobry? Should we try Dobry on the bird here? 1.5 wah. I think you can survive that at full, like if you're not damaged. We'll find out. It's good science. Got to throw some good science in there every now and then. All right, trying to work, nothing there. Faith did not do amazing on the singing machine, I've got to say. Let's send her all the way up here to practice her repression a little bit on something she can work pretty safe. Meanwhile, upstairs team, we'll keep training them a little bit more. Got to get these guys some practice eventually. Unfortunately, as long as we're on these timer quests, it's very difficult to stay around long enough to get good stat gains. So what do we guys think? Dobry, should you survive? I mean, you're doing pretty good success right now. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. The 16 here is very important. We could probably set off the Night of Despair if someone wants to get blessed. Let's see. I know I send Grotham in a lot, but he really is nearly max stats, so he doesn't really need to train the same as some people. Should probably just queue up 3 more jobs right away here so that we can save time. What do you think about a 0.8 wah versus the mountain? I think you can survive it, Hades. Alright. Look at that. Dobry didn't take too much damage. We got an 18 over here. That puts us at exactly enough points. Great. So now I don't have to work on this thing if I don't want to. And we get another Aleph attack. Another Aleph weapon. So that's cool. 1. We'll just trigger the Violet Dawn, probably with the newbies. We're getting close to at least the nothing there armor. Okay, everyone should be pretty much ready to go. Let's Casco and Chubby Cat set off our first ordeal. In case you guys are wondering, I'm not even using a wireless internet. I'm actually old school Ethernet wire connected to the router here, so if we are dropping frames, I am really concerned. That's why when you're streaming, you like to have nice solid Ethernet connections. It's reliable, usually. Alright, so we're going to handle lots of these little purple slug guys. That shouldn't take too long. Robert and Faith are going over to the corner. Did I get them all? I think that's everybody. Except for this one, right? We didn't send anyone to deal with this guy. Alright, you guys can chip in if you can get there in time. So we started with 9.5 minutes. I think we want to keep working rather than wait for the upstairs team to finish the slime off. So Robert, get back in there. Faith. I think it's worth it to walk back. Just train up a little bit of that walk speed will be really nice. Now that I don't have to worry about the King of Greed, we can work some of the safer things down here. Oops. Bird of Judgment seems relatively safe. So does Little Red when you're not letting any not letting abnormalities out. Honestly, the red shoes aren't bad either at this point. Your Ethernet drops to 0, forcing wireless. I wonder if it's just a bad, you know, that's the kind of thing I haven't tested yet. Because the Ethernet cards are all built into your motherboard nowadays, it's possible there's a driver problem with the Ethernet. It's possible it is a motherboard sort of issue. But I mean, gee whiz, it's a brand new motherboard. I just installed all the motherboard official drivers. You'd think it'd be okay, but I don't know. There's always more testing you can do, lots of troubleshooting. Oh man, I get so tired of it on a fresh Windows install. You spend so much time. And I just want to relax, right? You know. When I was younger, back when the grass was greener, but you know, back when I was like in college and stuff, I was more patient, I guess is the word, with sitting around troubleshooting computer problems all day and learning how it works. But nowadays I'm on my computer because I want to relax. I want to just stream with you guys or play a game or, you know, whatever. But point is, it's not supposed to be a fight. It isn't too hard to change Ethernet cables. That's an easy fix, or easy enough troubleshooting strategy. There's nothing wrong with that. Turkey, white armor, should be able to get that prudence up on the army in black. And the Knight of Despair is pretty darn safe generally, so just keep an eye on the counter. You don't want to set off the meltdowns unless you're ready generally. We can set off 2 more. That's 1. Who else? How's our time looking? We got lots of time. We're doing totally good on minutes. Let's get an extra mountain job in there. It looks like Hades survived her, or his or her first attempt. So get back in there now that you're healed up. Just check Schadenfreude, just don't unpause up there. Okay, we'll speed this up a little bit. Also, by the way, we have this new button. You can spend energy to kill, this is the rabbit deployment. So if there was an abnormality escaped in one of these sections, you pay money, and there's some stats on how many you get, and yada yada yada, but we're gonna not do that right now. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to make it to the armor. One more job should get us that. Robert has been doing a great job on nothing there. I wonder what is his ego gift? A cheek slot, so you can see some little eyeballs in there. If his little ice ever leaves and he gets some eyeballs, you know he's been having a good time with the totally human abnormality. Alright, as soon as this is done, the counter goes up. Now we'll trigger the next meltdown. Nice to not see double ordeals in a row. It's nice to get a meltdown in between, in my opinion. So, Chubby Cat, you're watching. I know you've been on bird duty a lot. We'll move you down eventually, but gotta get those stats up. Alright, we get a Indigo Noon coming. For the meltdown, luckily, Melting Love is ignored. Singing Machine is not too bad. And Faith is going to do that. I just have to watch. As soon as Faith is done, we'll... No, wait, what am I talking about? Do I care? No. If the countdown was at 1, I might try to skip the escape, just so that Little Reds doesn't drop. But so long as it's at 2, we can get away with an easy high stat repression. It'll drop down, but no big deal. The Red Shoes, easy enough to work. Little Red, also no problem. We probably won't actually need to do the Indigo Noon by the looks of things. Don't send anyone into the mountain when they're injured. So let Hades heal, then go. And I think we probably got enough for one more upstairs batch. And that'll probably... Well, we might have to do that. I don't know. Someone can do the math. Definitely getting some good training on these central rooms, though. It's been a while since anybody in this middle area got a whole lot of time to do anything. So I'm happy with the day. And honestly, a nice easy casual day is probably what we needed after the last couple quests. We did the 5 Wa and the 3 Aleph quests not too long ago. It's kind of nice to take a bit of a break from that. As much as the timer quests are a little bit frustrating, I'd rather do those than the Little Red escapes and kills everyone quests. So am I going to make it here? No, we're going to have to do... Yeah, everybody's done. We're going to have to do the ordeal. That's okay. This one's not too bad. So let's... Got 3.5, almost 4 minutes. I'm actually just going to let these guys essentially... We don't talk about it very often, but if you look at the work time here, the low-level abnormalities have much lower time it takes. Not just are they doing less damage, but you can complete the work quicker in terms of seconds. So if you're trying to just cycle this up quickly, a lot of short works will definitely speed that up. And pretty much nothing's... I don't know, one sin's pretty dang fast. And that'll get us to our ordeal as quick as you can, basically. Alright, some sweepers. So, we got one in the upside, the upside down, no, the top side. Got one on the left, 2 in the middle, none on the right. So, right team's going to move over. We'll do it like this. Bottom team is also going to work in there. Might as well team them up. So that'll get cleaned up real quick. Robert is probably going to have to do most of the work over here. Let's preemptively clear this out a little bit. I don't really want the mountain escaping. So he's going to take a little while to get over there. Once he's engaged, we'll send Faith in. But I don't want her being the tank. And then this level... should be okay. Pixel, Grotham, Turkey on their own. And then the top team, if everyone gets together, these guys shouldn't be too bad. I mean, this team's already there. Slow it down a little bit, pay attention. Try not to let every single employee get chomped. These guys do kill your randos pretty fast. Your janitors don't last long. try to keep an eye on some of the janitors. They should be fine now. This looks alright. Yeah, that's nice. The top team will be fine. This guy's dead any second. How are we doing for deaths? Not even 5 janitor deaths. Awesome. No problem there. And then this was like the slowest one. I'm also very confident that Robert could tank this indefinitely. But I would like to go a little bit faster. Also, janitor, get out of there. Dummy. Alright, you guys can help out. Because it's going to take him a while to clean it up on his own. So now that the top section's done, I think as soon as this guy dies, we'll get enough energy, to be honest. But these guys up here can just get one more cycle of work, and then that'll be that. Oops. HR spiders. Oh, David took some damage. He can heal up a little bit. We'll send Need in. I guess one thing we can do, I always forget, is Beauty is pretty good for low-level justice work. You probably should send it in at least once per day, so you don't have to worry about her healing cycle. But keep the upside people busy. Let David heal. Downside team. I would like Robert to work on nothing one more time. Punishing bird, of course. Alright, so we can end our day. You guys are still getting a lot of drop frames. Well, once we're done this day, I will have a look at it again. I don't know what's going on. Let's pick up the armor now, just because we can get it right away. And we'll get the weapon eventually. Not having to do quick days will help, though. Yeah, sorry about that. I can see some drop frames in OBS, so something's flaking out, and I don't really know. I will look into it once we're done the day. I got 2 minutes to mess around with. I'm not going to spend a lot of time because you never know when the game's going to crash. Would be nice to stop the bird, but probably won't do another meltdown. Probably not. I mostly just want to get a little bit of farming out of this if I can. So, I think I'll just get one more out of Robert and we'll call it a day, basically. I'm pretty sure minus 6% is not going to kill him. If he gets a 16 from that, I'll be pretty cranky. Anybody else want to do a quick job? Let's get some more justice practice up here, and we'll call that our last set. 1, 2, 3. It's probably all we have room for. Oh yeah, where's that bird? This is good. You just stand there, Casco. I'd like the bird to go back before the end of the day, if possible. And that'll be it. Yeah, as soon as this is done, we'll be good. We got 54 seconds. Lots of time. I would like the bird to go home, and then I have a feeling you lose lobotomy points based on how many of these are there. Also, let's just, yeah, if we had been getting a 16, we could have quit before that happened, just to be super safe. And honestly, Robert, you just barely pulled that one off. But that adds to our total, so fine. 24 seconds. Bird, will he make it? Come on, bird, hurry it up. Alright, happy ending. 8 seconds to spare. Nothing escaped. Everybody lives. 25 new lobotomy points. It's an S rank. 9-minute mission. And hopefully the last of our timed missions. And stat-wise, we should have had a little bit more stat growth for some of the newbies. I see some more hundreds in here. That's great. We see people who were relatively low movement speed gaining some big growths there. That's why we did so many robot jobs. You can see Jelka here's catching up on work speed. Faith got to level 5. The one promotion of the day. Let's see what else we get. Anything interesting? Some of the new guys got some decent stat growths. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, it's been a while since we got to pick a new abnormality. Okay, those who succeed in hunt are granted the feather that countless hunters yearned. I have seen this one once before. It's another bird, although it's not the bird I'm looking for. But this is fun. Please eat my dreams, not particularly interested. And if you feel a sharp pain in the stomach or a tickling sensation in the neck, the only available action will be to look up at the blue sky one last time. So you could go with that, but it's, this is maybe the creepiest of the three. But I think I'm going to go with the birds. We're getting all the birds. That's kind of the objective right now, is to get more birds. And it's actually, this is a fun one. This one's kind of like the Snow Queen. It's got kind of some cool extra stuff you can do. Not quite the same as the dual mechanic, but it's got some cool features. I think that'll be the most interesting, so we'll go with that one. I've seen all three of those, so I could have handled. It's all good. Any of them are fine. Nice to see you again, eh? I hope you enjoyed your trip. Did you know that there's been a lot happening since you've been gone? Honestly, it wasn't hard replacing you. If you have any questions, I will answer them freely. So she's finally talking to us because as A. You know, enough time's gone by that we're apparently synchronized and we know what's going on, sorta. I suppose the logic is that they don't really need a manager. They're fine with no managers. The fact that we're here is more for our own sake than for theirs. So this is clearly some translation impressiveness. You can ask about anything that's happening outside. But are we going to ask that? I feel like... I would be, if this was me, what I would mostly want to know is how many versions of me have there been? Is this the 10th time, the 2nd time, the 5,000th time? I feel like that would be very important information. How many times have you repeated this? I'm curious, but numbers are not of much importance to a machine made of numbers. Let's just say the number is too vast to ruminate over. Of course, she doesn't answer the question. Those heads and eyes are still watching us through the tuners and gazers. Oh, remember the reference from the Rabbit Squad people? I bet you that's what they were talking about. The Mew, I don't know, whatever, the rabbit girl. She did say that they'll help us with anything that's not heads and eyes. So this is probably that reference, and I'm willing to bet this is other corporation wings. I mean, I don't know, but my guess is this is other... the rivals and stuff. And the wing, well, maybe it's not exactly the wings. Something like that, though, I guess. And the wings are still flapping towards the sun, not realizing the feathers are melting. Our branches are still providing a steady supply of energy without any major incidents. In the back alleys, the cleaners and fixers are living their lives covered in vomit. The people from the outskirts are still crying to break into the city. Trying, maybe? And the people in the city started throwing their lives away just to join a wing. Yes, the world hasn't changed a bit since you left. Sometimes when you look outside, everything is the same to the point that the time here seems futile, and impatience seems to wane. There are still lots of tasks you must do, things that no one else can do. Unfortunately, we don't have much time left. The countdown will begin soon. As you have already experienced, there have been many countdowns in our world. For destruction or for a new beginning. And I seem to smile a lot more during this time. Oh yes, let's just say this smile is because I'm happy to see you. There are still things you haven't realized, of course. Let me give you a hint. My point is this. For what reason did you go into all the trouble of making this monstrous and horrifying prison? In time, I hope you find the answer on your own. I can't help you with this, otherwise it wouldn't be a prison. And you will soon meet the Saphiras on the lower floors, who play a crucial role in the Lobotomy Corporation. I don't think you need an explanation about them, but let's make this clear. They've really missed you. Oh yes, I'm sure they've missed us. So we kind of get a choice, just like welfare or discipline, if we want to go record or extraction. I forget all the details here, but if I remember correctly, this is the one that raises your stat caps. So you want these quests pretty quick if you can get it. And I forget what extraction gives you, but it's probably good too. Like, you know, the quests are all decent. You want all the stuff. But I'm going to lean toward this side first, for no specific reason other than stat caps. Get those early-ish so we can start getting everyone to 120 rather than 100. And, you know, then we'll pick those up as we go. Record team. Also, there's two different, you can kind of see the Saphiras. So Hakma and Bina. I don't know, Bina. We have a very light and dark theme going on for this tier. We'll go Hakma for now. So now we can go all the way to Atsaluth. 3 full sections. And we'll need to move someone down here to handle a new abnormality. Another WA, which means some more WA tier gear. And we will, in between episodes, have to recruit, or not recruit specifically, assign a cool new set of armor. So the Mimicry Aleph armor, very, very good against red. And pretty decent against the rest of stuff. Aleph gear is just, you know, the best. Other than that, yeah, that's all for today. So, future tubers, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.